Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant and windy Thursday afternoon. We welcome you here to Cassville, Missouri as we get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indians Sports Network. It is the 10-4, 0-1 Seneca Indians versus the 6-5, 0-1 Cassville Wildcats. Along with our studio producer, Luke Taylor, I'm Ben Wolcott, joined by Coach Daryl Harbaugh. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, Tuesday was a night to forget for the Seneca Indians defensively.
A good pitching night for Grant Houchin. He did pitch well, and we just did not make the plays behind him. Had a couple innings where we just could not make plays, and the snowball effect, we've seen it over and over again, and a rough loss to Monette.
Yeah, Seneca lost 7-4. This Cassville team lost to East Newton 10-1. Both of them are looking for their first Big 8 West victory of the season. The Big 8 West could be determined here this afternoon in a game between Nevada and Monette. That game starting at 4:30. I believe that game is in Nevada. Those are two of the top three teams. Seneca will have something to say when they play Nevada. I believe it's next Tuesday night, but that game in Nevada has a long ways in going on who might win the Big 8 West.
Yeah, there's you don't just want to come out and say it, but there's like three teams that you can pencil in as probably going to be one of the top ones. I think McDonald County has kind of lost a little bit too much. They don't saying they're not going to play good baseball. Coach Allenball down there has probably got them ready, but. You got Nevada, good ball team, and you've got Monette. Both of them are good baseball schools.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the district, this is a very important game district-wise. Seneca already has one win over Cassville. They have two wins over Monette. Two wins over East Newton. They have a win over Mount Vernon. Still have one more game against Mount Vernon, but you have to think with a win here today, you don't wrap anything up about a month before districts play, but it would go very well into trying to get one of those top two seeds in a first-round bye in district play in about a month's time.
Oh, yeah, you need the victories that when you walk in that door and sit around with all those coaches, you have the upper hand, and they know. If you can get the wins, then you can sit there and argue whether you can be 1 seed, 2 seed, or whatever.
Go ahead, take our first time out of the afternoon, a 3-minute break, come back with a little preview of the matchup here this afternoon on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Historians will probably call this present era in the Western world that we're living in the age of anxiety.
Billy Graham.
This generation is dying not from external pressures, but from internal combustion. In other years, men feared death. Today, they seem to fear life. God has never promised to remove our troubles, problems, and difficulties, but God has promised His peace, a sense of assurance and security in the midst of trouble and conflict. What we need to do is to get our eyes on Christ, idolize Him, worship Him. He will never fall nor fail. Be that kind of a follower of Christ. And you can say with Paul, for me to live is Christ. His grace, His peace, His assurance, His security will be mine.
It's easy to let troubles distract you from the joy and peace that Jesus offers. We can help you get your focus back on Jesus. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
A notch in the win column. Seneca coming off a tough loss because they felt like, all the players down there I talked to, the coaches talked to, the same thing. They felt like they gave it away to Monette, and you can understand that when the way they had a couple of those innings, but it's just a 10-1 loss
For
Cassville coming off a 10-1 loss to
East Newton.
That's tough too.
So both these teams will be ready to go here this afternoon. Wind will be a factor just like it was last Thursday when we played Aurora at home. The wind is blowing out, so anything in the jet stream probably has a chance to get out just because of the field dimensions here aren't the biggest. So you potentially, if you can get one up, and the fence isn't high except for the left field foul area, it's their version, I guess, of it's not the green monster, the black monster.
The black monster.
It's just like Mack County, an elevated left field fence for them. But otherwise, it's a pretty short fence out there.
It's not a huge. I don't know exactly what's straight ahead. The alleys are 355.
Yeah.
But the wind blowing out, you get the ball up. You hit it solid, get the ball up in the air, and let it ride the wind a little bit. It can potentially get out of here pretty easy. They just kind of run out of room out there on left field because they got the softball field right there below that. So that's the reason and that's probably the reason they built the wall, because being over only 300 feet deep down on that side, they wanted to make it a little bit more difficult to hit a home run.
Yeah, it should be a good one here between these two teams. Seneca, a very busy week this week. They face Grove, Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon as well, so that they're trying to get a couple wins under their belts going into what will be a very pivotal week, district and Big 8-wise next week.
It is very. They need to get a win. They need to get a W in there to give them some confidence, because after Tuesday night's game, I guarantee you they came away with not a whole lot of confidence, more mad at themselves than anything.
Seneca has already played here in Cassville 4 times. They opened up with the Cassville tournament. They actually won that tournament, beat Cassville 13-3 on a Friday night. However, it was 1-0, 3-0, something like that going into the 6th inning, so you can't take this Cassville team lightly.
No, this Cassville team is well coached. They got some kids that can play. It really surprised me when you come up with that score from the East Newton score. And I'm not saying anything bad about East Newton either, but East Newton's got some kids that can play. But it's just like I said, I think they're a better team. I think they're a better team than what they showed against Cassville or what they showed against East Newton. And I guarantee you they want to come out and prove it to Seneca that they can play.
Other thing is you always want to protect your home turf, and it's a nice turf field. It's the 2nd year of the turf here in Cassville, so unlike Monette, you're getting back to kind of what you're used to and those true hops, and the ball will go faster than what it was going against Monette. In that Monette game, we talked about a lot of the ball just dying. Here, you won't have that issue off the turf.
No, you don't. If grass field and dirt field, you've got to charge the ball. You got to charge the ball, and because you can't sit back and wait on it. This and here, faster speed, faster turf, ground, and you can lay back a little bit.
Go ahead, take another 3-minute timeout. Come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Hi, this is Jamie Langford with Langford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local area, and we're also proud to support the Seneca High School Pride Marching Band. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
And Monette, Seneca and Cassville get set for battle. The reason why I brought up Monette is talk about the game, and both those teams probably felt like on Tuesday neither of them played very well. I officially had them down for, well, I shouldn't say officially. I had Seneca down for 6 arrows. They had them down for 5, and then Monette had about 4 errors. I think of the 11 runs scored, I think maybe 2 of them were earned combined between the two teams. But really what it came down to later in the game is Monette was able to take advantage of Seneca's mistakes. And Seneca, had the bases loaded in the first and weren't able to get more than 1 run across. And, big base hits by some players by Monette is what allowed them to pull out that victory.
They took advantage of the opportunities when they had it to score. Seneca had a few opportunities, and we just couldn't get the big hit, like I said, to take advantage of it. But like you said, Ben, if we don't make the errors, I mean, what they said officially 5?
Yeah.
Well, it was at least 6, and I could probably count 7 if I go back and look at the film. It's like, boys, you're killing yourself. And that's exactly what they felt like. They just felt like they gave it to Monette. Monette didn't earn it. It's one thing to get beat. You can get beat in a baseball game. That's understandable. You can accept that. You lose yourself. You beat yourself, and you're making mental mistakes and mental errors and fielding errors, and you do that. That's what burns you. That's the stuff you just can't hardly swallow.
These two teams meet up a lot during the regular season thanks to both the Cassville tournament and then Big 8 play. Seneca has won 4 games in a row, looking to make it 5 games in a row. These two teams match up. Runs per game very similar, 8.6 for Seneca, 8.4 for Cassville. Seneca allows 4 runs a game. Cassville allows 4.8. So we could be in for what could be a very good game here this afternoon between two teams, like we mentioned at the start, that are desperate for a win.
Well, you go back to that first game they played when I'm down here watching, and that pitcher pitched well for Cassville and kept us at bay. Like I said, it was like a 1-0 game going into after the 6th inning, or going into the 6th inning, and it was in the Cassville tournament, and I can't remember who exactly was the home team. But it seemed like it was Cassville at the time. But they kept us. It was a tight ball game all the time. The pitch count got to him. They had to bring another pitcher in, and he struggled a little bit, and we took advantage of it. That was the deal of that game. These kids can play. Cassville kids can play.
Your countdown to first pitch sponsors: People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. Both teams have finished their infield. We just are waiting for umpires to make an appearance here, as we have not seen umpires anywhere around here. But other than the wind, Darryl, I would say this is a pretty good afternoon for baseball. Temperature is in the 60s and mostly sunny skies here this afternoon. I say it's in the 60s. It says it's 60 degrees. So, but it should be a very good afternoon for baseball. But the wind, like we mentioned, will play havoc with those outfielders if the ball gets up in the jet stream.
Well, it's just like we talked about just a minute ago when we was off the air. We talking about the wind. Monette, the wind was blowing straight in, and you look out there and the outfielders were all playing in. Like, holy cow, they're playing short. Well, nobody hit it past anybody. Mm-hmm. Now you got the wind blowing out, and the outfielders are going to have to back up a little bit. That means little bloopers that might, that would normally fall. Now they've got more spaces to fall on the outfield. And, it's going to play havoc with them out there.
Should be a good one here between these two teams. Like we said, we're just waiting for umpires to show up. But, this happens every once in a while that teams are done and ready to go before there are appearances of umpires. So,
well, just like the radio announcers, we got to work too. They have to work. And so there are times when they've got a call. Coaches have got the call saying, hey, the umpire is going to be, I got to be 10 minutes late, got out of work later or something like that. So it's happened a few times.
Yeah. And, there is this umpire, ref, whatever you want to call it, shortage throughout the 4-state area. It's not just a 4-state area thing. It's really throughout the country.
Well, you know as well as I do, there are people who come to the stadium and think that they have the right to yell and scream anything they want to at the umpires. I don't understand that. whatsoever. I've seen them where they want to you can disagree with the call or something like that, but man, especially the home plate up calling ball strike. He's the one right behind the plate.
Yeah,
he's the one that's got the best look of anybody. You can complain about it or whine about it. I think some people just like to whine too much and whine too loud. But I do think I see a couple of them umpires walking in right now.
We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups. After this, you count down to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy here on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
At First Community Bank, we understand the importance of choice. That's why we offer our Community Choice checking account with you in mind. Say goodbye to monthly service fees and hello to free money with rewards and interest payments. Open a Community Choice checking account with First Community Bank and earn up to $100 in rewards. Make the right choice today. Visit firstcommunity.net. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
Seneca True Value is an authorized dealer of Hustler lawnmowers and is a proud supporter of the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. Seneca True Value offers tools, equipment, and products for professional contractors and do-it-yourselfers. They are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Located at 404 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca. For more information, their phone number is 417-776-6000. Go Indians!
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Lineups here for your Seneca Indians coming in at 10-4 overall, 0-1 in the Big 8 West. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the catching, number 0, Cade Johnson. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 21, Hagen Ginger. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 8, Grant Houchin. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 33, Caden Klaus. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, number 22, Dane Frossard. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 16, Colton Curtis. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 12, Cooper Shaver. The extra player is number 25, Ryan Owens. He will be out in right field. Now the starting lineup for the Cassville Wildcats, who come in at 6-5 overall, 0-1 in the Big 8 West. Leading off is the first baseman, number 23, Easton Hughes. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 1, Evan Butler. Batting third and doing the catching, number 5, Simon Gates. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, number 11, Colton Roark. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 17, Hunter James. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 3, Caden Smith. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 9, Bodie Rose. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 7, Danny Roper. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 21, Mason Bryan. The extra player is the pitcher here this afternoon, C.J. Rose. We will go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the start of the ball game for you here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Cassville. Cassville, the all-white uniforms, white pants, white tops, black and gold trim, black numbers. Seneca wearing their white pants, red tops, blue trim, and blue numbers here this afternoon. As it's 300 down the left field line, 355 to the power alleys, and we can't tell what it is down that right field line. But it's somewhere around, I would guess, 315.
Let me take a little walk. I'll get to you.
As we will find that out here in a minute. Seneca will have Jagger Wilson, Drew Sherwood, and Cade Johnson, the 3, to lead it off the ball game here this afternoon for Seneca, working against C.J. Rose. As Cassville will look like this in the field. Danny Roper in left, Bodie Rose in center. And in right field is Hunter James. Right field line.
Right through the line is 315.
I was right.
Oh, Eagle Eyes got it again.
I can't even see that. It's 315. That was a guess. So
it looks 315.
And
that's
then
like a 110-yard shot.
So we
Golf
got
shot,
we got you. Your outfielders now. The infielders here for Cassville. At third base is Mason Bryan. At shortstop, Evan Butler. At second base is Caden Smith, with a first base of Easton Hughes, and a battery here this afternoon of Simon Gates catching C.J. Rose, as it will be Jagger Wilson leading things off here for Seneca. Wilson, Sherwood, and Johnson, the first 3 for the Indians. Anybody who reaches, Hagen Ginger would come to the plate. 60 degrees, mostly sunny skies here in Cassville as we get set for baseball. First pitch a little bit late here this afternoon, 4:34 p.m. is first pitch. So here comes the pitch. That pitch is laced to the third baseman. The third baseman unable to snag it. And I think you got to give a single on that one.
Yeah, that's that hit off the handle, off this turf. A lot of spin on that ball. When he hit that turf, it took a kind of a tough bounce for that third baseman. But, yeah, I'd give it a hit.
16 is the pitcher, C.J.
16.
Rowe. I had number 10,
Yeah.
so that's my fault. 16 is the pitcher as Sherwood takes a pitch up, so the count's 1-0. The breeze is going out towards left field.
Yes.
So right field, or I should say right-handed hitters may have more potential as that pitch is low, so the count's 2-0. You can't feel it too much where we are behind home plate just due to the stands behind us.
It looks like it's gusting 20, 25 when it really hits.
As here comes the 2-0. Sherwood taking the entire way and takes a called strike. So the count's 2-1. Good afternoon for baseball here from Cassville, other than the wind.
Two lefties going at it today. Sherwood on the mound.
As Sherwood is going to try and bunt for a base hit, and he bunts it foul. Wilson had second base stolen, but Sherwood couldn't keep it fair. I think he would have been safe. That would have been
that was a good. He laid that down. If he would have laid it down just inside the fair territory, that was a good bunt. Just went foul, and it was at the perfect distance.
2-2 the count here on Sherwood. Wilson a big lead over at first base. As Rose going to go off again, and that pitch is dribbled foul, and Sherwood having to protect here with 2 strikes. So he's swinging at some pitches that maybe normally you wouldn't, but with 2 strikes you have to protect.
Hey, we talk about this all the time. You know, if you don't like it, stick your bat out there, foul it off. Foul it off. He'll make a mistake. He'll give it to you down the middle of the plate if you battle long enough.
As now they throw behind Wilson, who took off the last 2 pitches, because Rose, a long delivery, and Wilson has been able to take those off of him, but Sherwood has fouled off the last 2 pitches. So here comes, and now they throw back again, and it gets by the first baseman. Wilson gonna scamper into second. That wasn't a bad throw. I think you got to give the error to the first baseman there.
Yeah, he's even patting his chest over there. It was a little high, but he could have jumped and saved it. Let's put it that way.
So now a runner in scoring position as here comes the 2-2, and that gets by. But a lively screen and a good throw, and out at third base. It's a 2-5 put out, and Darryl, that's one of those you have to kind of pay attention. This is a hard netting, and it ricocheted back to the catcher, Gates, who threw down excellently to get him.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Jagger because he was already committed and just bounced right to the catcher, like you said, and base hit here.
It's back up the middle by Sherwood, and so back-to-back base hits, but there is 1 out in the inning, thanks to a base running mistake.
Yeah, it's tough to call that a mistake because, okay, the ball gets by the catcher, overthrow, over his head, so you're thinking he's not going to get a chance, and what's it do? Just ricochets right to him. He throws to third. It had to be a perfect throw, which was a good one, and that was a good bat by Drew Sherwood fighting it off out there.
Sherwood off on the first pitch. Johnson taking it outside, and so a stolen base for Sherwood and a count 1-0. And early on, you can kind of tell what Seneca's game plan is if you get somebody on, because Rose has a long windup. So that pitch is high for a ball, so the count's 2-0. I shouldn't say windup, long stretch.
Yeah, I mean, even he's stretching, but the kick, he takes that right foot behind him quite a bit instead of slide step.
So the 2-0 pitch is poked out to center field, and it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Runners are at first and third here for Hagen Ginger.
And Drew had to hold up because it was just a blooper off the end of the bat. So he had to hold up about halfway through just to make sure that, the catcher or the center fielder didn't catch the ball.
Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast.
See if we don't do something first and third here.
Don't be surprised if Cade is off on the first pitch, and he is. So that's in there for a strike. They throw back behind Sherwood, who did not scamper very far away.
No.
And so runners are at second and third here for Ginger.
If Hagan can get a hold of one, hit something, hit the ball hard.
As here comes the 0-1, and that's low and outside. It's the count 1-1. One out here in the inning. They have the scoreboard wrong. Scoreboard out back behind the right field fence as the 1-1 is inside, and the count's 2-1. I feel like they had that problem last year when we were here too.
There's a lot of those. Let's see if we can't get a run in here this inning.
So here comes the 2-1, and that's low, and the count now moves to 3-1, and Ginger can kind of look for his pitch.
Yeah, you can set on one because he knows he's got to throw it down the middle. He needs to throw a strike, so he can be amped up and ready.
The 3-1 is in there for a strike, and the count now full at 3-2.
I mean, you have to be licking your chops at that. I mean, I know maybe it was off the edge out there, maybe a spot Hagan didn't like, but let's see if he can't battle hit it.
So here comes the full count pitch, and that's inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So you have 3 singles and a walk, but no runs yet thanks to one. It's, like you said, not really a base running error, but.
Well, you have to label it something, but Jagger just got caught. I mean, he's secondary leadoff. He jumped off second for the secondary leadoff, and the ball flies over the catcher's head. Well, you're thinking, okay, I can take third. Well, he sprinted to third. I mean, he didn't jog down there. He was sprinting to third. But the ball, like you said, the ball ricochets right back to the catcher. Catcher, I don't even think he had to pick it up off the ground maybe or something. I think he just flopped right back to him. He grabs it, turns, spins, throws a strike down there on third base, to get Jagger out. I mean, it was a good throw by the catcher, a good catch by the third baseman.
Yeah, Gates threw a cannon down there to get him out.
It had to be a perfect throw to get him out. I mean, it's just you can't fault Jagger on that. That's tough to do.
It's Grant Houchin will step in with the bases loaded here for the Indians as here comes the first pitch to Houchin. That's popped foul out of play. Count 0-1. Quarter infielders are playing in. First baseman in on the grass, third baseman about even with the bag. As here comes the 0-1, and that's outside. So the count's 1-1. Up the middle, they're playing for 2.
Yeah, they're playing deep. They'll give up the run, just try to get the double play if you get grounder, but the end corners are in.
As here comes the 1-1 to Houchin, and that ball is hit through the left side for a single. 1 run will come in. Now they're going to set Cade because of a bobble out there in left field. And so 2 runs will come in and score.
Yeah, the third left fielder had trouble handling what it was. It took a bad hop, got into him a little bit, but he had trouble because the coach had him held up at third until that happened.
Yeah, so Cade advances to third, and then the scores on the E7, but nobody else advances as that ball is poked foul out of play. So the count is 0-1 on Caden Klaus. As runners will be at first and second as Ginger couldn't advance to third. As here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball hits the top of the zone. The count's 0-2. Good breaking ball there by Rose.
Was. Sat out there and just dove in right there at the last.
Houchin does get an RBI thanks to the single, but he would not have gotten a second RBI because they were going to hold him. So the 0-2 pitch is poked foul into the screen. And Froshard can't quite catch it with his bare hand, so you got to give an error to the designated hitter.
And the dugout's giving him a hard time because he missed it. Caden's got a battle up here. He's choked up on the bat. Anything close, he's got to make contact with it.
As here comes the 0-2 to Klaus. Breaking ball.
There you go.
Hit to second base. Throws to second for 1. Fakes the throw to see if they could get Ginger off the bag. It's a 4-6 put out. And there are 2 down now for Dane Frossard.
Dane's been swinging the bat well. Very good. Had a couple good hits in his last game at Monette, the JV game. He's been swinging the ball well.
He also had a hit in the varsity game. He came in and pinch hit and had a base hit.
Yes. So he's been seeing the ball well, swinging the bat well.
Here comes the first pitch to Frossard. He swings through it. Good throw.
Oh, my.
And the batter is out, or the runner is out. It's a 2-4 put out, and that will end the inning. For Seneca, they get 2 runs in the inning on 4 base hits. There was an error, and they strand 1. We're through a half inning. It's Seneca 2 and Cassville nothing here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. And if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Easton Hughes to lead things off here for Cassville in the bottom of the first. Hughes, Butler, and Gates. Anybody reaches Colton Roark will come to the plate here for Cassville as Hughes swings through the 2-0, so the count's 2-1. We'll get you what Seneca looks like in the field here in a moment. So here comes the 2-1, and did that hit?
No, I think it's fair. I think it hit the bat.
It hit the bat,
yeah.
They said. And so the batter is out. It's a 1-3 put out. So it had to have hit some part of the bat. They said it must have hit the knob.
Hit the knob of the bat and rolled out there, yeah. Yeah, he thought it was a breaking ball, but it didn't break, and so he's trying to get out of the way there at the very end.
So Evan Butler steps in, takes a called strike, so the count's 0-1. We've had our first weird thing happen, and we're only in the bottom of the first, Darryl.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things happen on a baseball game.
So that pitch is fouled in the screen, so the count is 0-2. A little bit different outfield alignment here tonight, thanks to Drew Sherwood on the mound. As here comes the 0-2 from Sherwood. Breaking ball, poked foul, and that's going to sneak out of play. Count remains 0-2. Left fielder is Normal and Caden Klaus. Center field is Cooper Shaver, a freshman. And in right field is Ryan Owens. As here comes the 0-2, and that's swung on and missed, and there's 1 out. Or 2 outs, excuse me, as Simon Gates will come to the plate. Grant Houchin at third, Jagger Wilson at short, Colton Curtis at second, Hagan Ginger at first, with a battery of Kay Johnson catching Drew Sherwood here this afternoon as Simon Gates comes to the plate, takes a ball outside, so the count's 1-0. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Marine Center Incorporated, all sponsoring the broadcast as that pitch is low. So the count's 2-0. Seneca had 2 runs in the top of the first. You always talk about shutdown innings after innings where you score runs as that pitch is inside and the count's 3-0. Might have been a little bit low as well. And the count now moves to 3-0. We talked about in the 6th inning of the game on Tuesday as that pitch is high and inside for ball 4. So 2-out walk as Colton Roark will come to the plate. Houchin only had about 75 pitches going into that 6th inning.
Yeah, and got the first 2 batters out.
Yeah.
It was they had 2 outs, nobody on, and then walked 2 batters in a row, and what happens next? And you know as well as I do, got a courtesy runner coming in for Cassville. That'd be number 2. That's Dakota Bowen.
So he will run for Simon Gates as Roark comes to the plate. But, yeah, got the first 2 outs, and then it went walk, I think hit.
And then a few base hits, and then everything snowballs and airs, and it's just one of those innings you'd want to forget.
So that first breaking ball is in there for strikes. Counts 0-1. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, all sponsoring the broadcast. As here comes the 0-1. That pitch is inside, and the count 1-1.
I don't know how far inside that would be, but
yeah,
looked like a good pitch.
Calling it tight here early on as the count's 1-1.
Must not be given the black of the home plate. Got to be over the white part.
The 1-1 hits the outside corner, and the count 1-2.
Yep.
So now Roark needing to protect here if you're Cassville. Sherwood trying to strand that runner out first as here comes the 1-1. That hit past Curtis at second base, so a 2-out single, and back-to-back base runners are on. Maybe a little too good a pitch there with 2 strikes.
No, it wasn't that. It was a good pitch. He just went down there and got it. I mean, I don't believe in that one iota. That 0-2 you need to be throwing off.
Well, it was 1-2, but still.
Yeah, 1-2. That doesn't. He just happened to get the ball on it. I mean, it was a grounder. Just happened to be outside of Curtis's range.
So here comes Hunter James to the plate, and he takes a ball outside. So the count 1-0. Sherwood pitched last Tuesday against Carthage, only went 3 innings thanks to the 15-0 win. As that pitch is outside, so the count's 2-0. He then pitched in relief Thursday and Friday, so it's not like it's been over a week since he's pitched, but it's been over a week since he started.
Yeah.
2-0 the count here on James. As here comes the 2-0. Swung on and missed, and so the count 2-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1. Long look by Sherwood. 2-1 is fouled off. And he's worked it from 2-0 to 2-2, and he's a strike away from getting out of this inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on James.
I said just those strikes, let him make plays behind you.
That 2-2 is high, and the count's full, and now those runners will be off on the pitch, so you'd have to think anything in the gap, Roark probably has a chance of scoring. So full count here on Hunter James. As here comes the full count pitch. He swings and misses at the high fastball, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Cassville strands 2 through 1. 2-0 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Man does not like to think of God in terms of wrath, anger, and judgment. He likes to make God in his own idealism and give God the characteristics he wants him to possess.
So, what's so bad about that? Well, Billy Graham explained.
This modern God has the attributes of love, mercy, and forgiveness, but without justice. This means an absence of judgment and punishment for sin. To have meaning, man's life must be based upon law and a lawgiver. The Bible teaches that God is going to judge man. Today, Christ is our lawyer, our Savior, willing to forgive and to cleanse and forget. Secondly, you must receive Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you can receive him right now and trust him.
If you'd like to know more about that, go to findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
will be back up here for the Indians. It will be 7, 8, 9. Frossert, Curtis, and Shaver due up. Frossert saw one pitch in the top of the first, but had a runner thrown out, so he'll be back up.
I said he's been hitting the ball well, seeing the ball well too.
So he takes a called strikes. The count's 0-1. Anybody reaches, you get back to the top of the order in Jagger Wilson. 2 runs in the first inning for Seneca. They were able to strand 2 Cassville runners in the bottom half. He swings at the breaking ball, and the count's 0-2. As the sun kind of is dancing between clouds at the moment behind us.
Dancing. Never heard it described the sun dancing. Going in and out, though, isn't it?
So here comes the 0-2. That pitch also in the dirt. Count 1-2. Not sure if he just kind of missed the release point on that, or
he's probably trying to throw that same pitch where it bounced on the plate, but that bounced about 10 feet in front of the plate.
So here comes the 1-2, and Frossert swings and misses. Gates going to have to throw him out at first, and is able to do that. And Gates also kind of slipped there as well, but was able to complete the strikeout. He has a very strong arm behind the plate. Good athlete.
Yes, he made 2 outs in the first inning. Threw Jagger out at third, and he threw who was Caden Klaus out at second for the last out.
So here comes Colton Curtis. That breaking ball is fouled back to the screen. The count's 0-1. Darryl, you talk all the time about how Colton needs to get going, and if he can get going, this team is a lot. Well, you say a team's a lot better when everybody's rolling, but
we've seen Colton go. We've seen him struggle, and then all of a sudden last year he hit a spell that just stretched that he was just hitting the baseball solid all the time, and that's what you'd like to see him get back into.
So that breaking ball is inside, and the count now 2-1. 2 balls and a strike here on Curtis. 1 out, as here comes the 2-1 from Rose. Swings and misses at the fastball on the count 2-2. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2-2 the count here on Curtis. 2-2 breaking ball, is able to stay back and foul it off. So the count remains 2-2.
Good play by Coach Hust out there. Fouled it right to him. We didn't have an error on the coach that time.
So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes another 2-2, and that's just inside. We talked about there was a pitch by Drew where we didn't know it missed. I don't know where that pitch missed. And the count's full.
Maybe a little inside, maybe a little low, but it's like, how in the world do you let it go? I mean, you got a battle, got 2 strikes on you.
As here comes the full count pitch to Curtis. That breaking ball stays high for ball 4. So a 1-out walk, and Cooper Shaver will come to the plate. See what Cooper can do here. So we're nearing the top of the 5 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org. Sizable lead over at first by Curtis, and Shaver calls time late, and it was granted.
Well, they've stole a few bases. Caden didn't get quite as good as jump, but they've stole a few bases. So
here comes the first pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Gates, and the count's 1-0 on Shaver.
Yeah, Rose has got that high leg kick that extends back behind him. He goes back behind his leg. That he's got plenty of time like that there.
The 1-0 stays outside, and the count's 2-0. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 2-0 is usually a good hit and run count. Curtis is not off, and Shaver takes a called strike.
Yeah.
2-1 is also a good.
2-1. Not a bad one. It's not a bad one to have right now, especially, in all honesty, especially with a freshman up batting.
This pitch is outside. It counts 3-1. Good block again by Gates.
Because what happens is, you're a freshman in a varsity game. If you throw a hit and run on there, he knows he's got to swing the bat. And it takes the pressure off of him whether to swing or whether not to swing.
The 3-1 pitch is spoiled foul. So the count now full at 3-2.
He doesn't. Yeah, they've never. Freshmen coming up have never seen this speed before. The speed of the game, the pitches, everything's amped up. So they've got to. There's an adjustment period.
So here comes the full count pitch from Rose. And he swings and misses for strike 3. Third strikeout of the game. Excuse me, second strikeout of the game for Rose, as Jagger Wilson will come to the plate. He singled in the first inning and then was thrown out, trying to advance to third on what would have been a wild pitch.
Yeah.
So here comes the first pitch to Wilson. And that ball actually does get by Gates, and Curtis is up there without a throw. So now a runner in scoring position here for Jagger.
I think it was when we're down here in the Cassville tournament, I think Jagger came up 5 times in a row when there was already 2 outs.
The 1-0 hits the inside corner, so the count's 1-1. You know you're doing all right when you're in the second inning and your leadoff man is batting for the second time.
Well, he needs a base hit. We'd have to have another run.
The 1-1 pitch is fouled back to the screen. And so the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now Wilson needing to protect here.
Yeah, he's got a battle up there.
With 2 strikes on him.
I'd be looking for the curve because that's what this kid likes to throw a lot.
So here comes the 1-2, and it was. Just stayed high in the count 2-2. Curtis at second base. Courtesy of a walk and a wild pitch. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2. And that pitch is just inside. And the count 3-2.
Oh, Gates framed that quite a while.
As here comes the 3-2 pitch to Wilson. That ball is hammered down the right field line, and it is up against the wall. 1 run going to come in and score. We'll see if Wilson's is happy with the double, and he is. That ball 1 hopped to the fence, and an RBI double for Jagger, and it's 3-0 Seneca. That ball was hit hard down that right field line.
Like I said, Jagger and Drew are a lot alike. They can hit it to opposite field. They can hit it down the left field line. They can hit it to right field. It's whatever the pitch that gives them to. They know how to take advantage of it. And Jagger just poked it down the right line down there, and it's wonder he didn't try for third.
That first pitch is high to Sherwood, so the count's 1-0. Sherwood singled in the first.
He's already made the statement, mouthing Coach Used. I think Coach Used has the triple record, and he's already mouthing Coach Used that he's taken the triple record. But the Coach Used held him up a second. But
yeah, that
you
one
you don't
ever want to make the first or third out at third. So
right. So he didn't know the ball would have got away from the second baseman there a little ways.
You mean the right fielder or
he threw it into second base and the cutoff man, and he got away from him a little bit. But no, he did exactly what he's supposed to do.
As here comes the 1-0 to Sherwood. As here it comes, and that ball hits the top of the zone, so the count's 1-1.
And there is no one out there really holding Jagger on.
No. Yeah, the second baseman definitely is not. The shortstop's kind of pretending to a little bit. So 1-1 is low. Good block by Gates, and the count 2-1. Seneca scored both innings, trying for more here in this inning. As here comes the 2-1 from Rose. That ball is hammered down the right field line, and it's going to bounce in front of the right fielder as Wilson is going to come in and score. And there, I think, probably the smart decision by Cassville as they go to the cutoff man and keep Sherwood at first base.
Yeah, don't let him get in scoring position, but don't surprise me if he ain't going to be in scoring position pretty quick.
Cade Johnson will come to the plate. He singled his first time up. Seneca is seeing Rose well here this afternoon. Already 6 hits between the 2 innings. So here comes the first pitch, and that's high to Johnson, so the count's 1-0. Johnson committed to Missouri State West Plains for baseball. I'm guessing that's kind of like a JUCO. It's not.
2 years, yeah.
As Sherwood is dancing over there at first base. Here comes the 1-0 to Johnson. That ball fouled straight back, and the count 1-1. That screen wasn't there. I think we could have had it, Coach.
I had it.
Problem is I don't think our equipment would appreciate that.
You're supposed to protect that. Dive in front of it, Ben. Protect the equipment.
1-1 the count here on Johnson. As here comes the 1-1 from Rose.
Oh.
That fastball is a ball, and Sherwood steals second. It gets by the shortstop, but the center fielder backing up not far enough away for him to try and take third.
It was a late steal. I don't know if every once you call that because
it's a delayed steal. That's all you call.
Yeah, I mean you call it for simple fact is that it throws everybody off nobody knows you're stealing off the bat.
2-1 pitch is hit in the air to left center field, and it's going to fall. 1 run going to come in and score, and that's what the stolen base will do for you as you get that runner in scoring position, and now comes in and scores as Hagen Ginger come to the plate. He walked his first plate appearance.
Well, you've got one of the most aggressive base runners on there right now, and Cade Johnson. So don't be surprised if he didn't want to take off.
He's got a very healthy lead over there, first base. He's off on first movement. Gates, that's a good throw. Johnson able to hold the bag. It's just that one you're stealing off the pitcher.
Yeah, he was further out there than anybody has been. And stealing and Hagen not swinging just to let him make sure he gets there. Now Hagen's got a job to do, and that's get him in.
So here comes the 1-0. That ball is hammered to left field and deep. That's going to go over the wall. A 2-run home run for Hagen Ginger, and it's 7-0 Seneca. That's one of the first home runs this year by the Indians as Hagen gets all of it. And it's 7-0 Seneca. A 2-run bomb there for Ginger. And that is a memory to remember for Grandpa to my right.
What happened? Oh, my. Yeah, I mean, you know he's been capable of it, but he just haven't been hitting the ball. He's just been under it or over it just a little. That one he just hit right in the forehead.
And so that pitch is swung on and missed by Houchin, so the count's 0-1. And they're going to try and get that
going
baseball.
After the ball, yeah.
See if they can save it as here comes the 1-0, and that breaking ball, it was 0-1. It's outside, so the count's 1-1. And even that fence, it was a tall fence. He hit over the tall part of the fence as well.
Yeah, it was probably out there around.
So that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-2.
You know, it's probably out there at 315, 320, and over the top of the fence. And it looked like it cleared it pretty easy.
1-2 the count here on Houchin. Here comes the 1-2. That ball in the dirt. So the count 2-2 is Ginger able to clear the bases, and now Rose working without anybody on.
Had a 2-out rally here.
That ball poked in the air down the right field line, and it's going to sneak into the bullpen, I believe. It's kind of interesting here in Cassville. You have a lot of foul territory until you get just past, really not too far past the
dugouts.
Yeah,
just about,
because that's where the bullpen juts out.
10 yards past the dugout, and it really comes out there right next to the foul line.
That pitch is outside, and the count's now full on Houchin at 3-2. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for Cassville, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. As here comes a full count pitch to Houchin. That ball is poked in the air to left center field. Left fielder able to cut it off. A long single for Houchin. And Caden Klaus is the 9th batter to bat in the inning here for Seneca. So right now it looks like a beach ball to him.
Everything's everything's lining up. We're hitting the base. It's just like we did against Carthage that night. everything we hit was where they weren't.
Now you're going to see somebody get out into the bullpen as that pitch is fouled off by Klaus. So the count's 0-1. Klaus reached on a fielder's choice and then was caught stealing in the first. So here comes an 0-1 from Rose. He's got a long look over to first. That pitch hits him. So runners are at first and second, and I think that long look over kind of bothered him. As Frossard will come to the plate. Frossard struck out earlier this inning.
It looks like there's Austin Meltenberger out there in the bullpen. I think number 18 warming up. Not only is, Rose is struggling a little bit, but you got to worry about pitch count now.
So here comes the first pitch to Frossard. It's high. They throw back behind Klaus, and it goes into right field. And so runners will advance to second and third on the overthrow. I think you got to give that to the catcher.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit high. So 2 runners in scoring position for Frossard. They did have Klaus napping a little bit back there, but the first baseman wasn't on the same page as the catcher either, because he was playing behind him.
Yeah, he was running up to take it, and then it goes right over his head. He balked.
So they're going to call a balk, and Houchin will come in and score.
I don't think he came set.
And so that makes it 8-0 now. And Klaus will move to third. As here comes the pitch to Frossard. That ball hit a couple hops to first in time for the putouts. And that will end the inning, but it was a big inning for Seneca. 6 runs in the inning on 5 base hits. There was 1 error as well, and Seneca strands 1. 1.5 done, 8-0 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Caden Smith will lead off the inning here for Cassville. He takes a ball low. It counts 1-0. Smith, Rose, and Roper. Anybody reaches Bryan will come to the plate. So here comes the 1-0, and that's swung on and missed. So the count 1-1. Evan at the Neosho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. So 6, 7, 8 due up here for Cassville as that pitch hits the outside corner. And they count 1-2 here on Smith. So here comes the 1-2, and that hits the outside corner for strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Sherwood. It's actually back-to-back strikeouts if you take the last batter of the first inning, as Bodie Rose will come to the plate. So here comes the first pitch to Rose, and that one is off the fist. Curtis fields it, throws to first in time. There's 2 up and 2 down. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home Arvis Ballpark on Tuesday, April 16th versus the Midland Rockhounds at 7:05 p.m. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com. A proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. Danny Roper coming to the plate, the number 8 hitter for Cassville, as he takes a ball outside. Counts 1-0. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917 Sports as Roper holds up on a swing, so the count's 2-0. So here comes the 2-0, and that's high, and the count now 3-0. Love to get him because not only would it be a 1-2-3 inning, you don't clear the bottom of the lineup as the 3-0 hits the inside corner. Count 3-1. See if Roper's going to stay, if he's going to swing at this one, as that pitch is low and inside for ball 4. So it doesn't matter. A 1-out walk, and there's 2-out walk, excuse me, and Mason Bryan will come to the plate. So they clear the bottom of the lineup here, unless for some reason Roper gets thrown out at first. Dives back safely. Sherwood just making sure.
Just making sure that I know you're there. You're not going to go anywhere.
Throws behind him again, and he goes back safely again. New Mac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast. Here comes the first pitch to Bryan, and that's high for a ball, so the count's 1-0.
Yeah, he's not far enough off first base that look like he's trying to steal.
1-0 the count here on Bryan. Swings and misses at the high fastball. Count 1-1. That one might have been a little higher than the coach appreciated swinging at.
It might have been a ball up high.
As here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball through the left side. Wilson can't quite get there. Runners will be at first and second now for the top of the order. Talk about how walks and errors will kill you. In the first inning, it's the exact carbon copy of what happened in the first. Sherwood got the first 2-out walk single and then strikeout. Gets the first 2 outs here in the second, walk single.
Yeah.
Now we'll see what happens as Hughes comes to the plate. He grounded out, but it was that weird one where it went off the knob as he was trying to duck out of the way of a pitch inside.
He thought it was going to be a curve, but it didn't curve, and right there at the very end, he's bailing out, and the ball happened to hit the
knob of
the bat and went right back to the pitcher.
Instead of him, as here comes the 0-1, and that ball is roped down the right field line foul. It actually stays out of the Seneca bullpen and rolls towards the lawn over there. So 0-2 the count. Has got to wait for everybody to get back to their base. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Marine Center Incorporated sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes an 0-2 pitch, and that is just outside. It's count 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Hughes, who's 0 for 1. As here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. For Cassville in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. Through 2, 8-0 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
SGA Unlimited is a proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Located north of Seneca on Highway 43, they offer equipment and supplies for outdoor sporting needs, including hunting and fishing. They are a licensed gun dealer and provide bait and accessories for fishing. For more information, their phone number is 417-439-1996. Proud supporters of Seneca Indian Athletics on KNEO.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Strikeouts, and sometimes, Daryl, it's just not your day, and apparently today wasn't CJ Rose's day.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher. He looked like he's pitching well. I mean, we just happened to hit the ball where they weren't. I mean, these kids, they're high school kids too. We've seen some of the Seneca pitchers out there. They have those innings where they just hit it. Well, those kids are, they're ball players too, and that's what they work at. So it just wasn't his inning. He got 2 outs. I believe it was 2 outs in the second inning.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden we hit the ball, steal some bases, and little scrubbling errors maybe every once in a while, and then all of a sudden we've got 6 runs.
Colton Curtis walked his first time, eventually came around and scored. So here comes the first pitch to him. Breaking ball is poked out to left center field, and the left fielder can't grab it. So an error out there in left. I believe it was just a straight switch between Rose and Meltenbarger, as that's an E7, allows the Curtis to get on.
Is that Rose out? Okay,
Unless
Rose go to left field.
I can't see what number that is.
Yeah, I can't see his back. I mean, that was a sun deal there. He was looking right in the sun trying to get that ball.
Cooper Shaver will hit one on a couple hops to third, throw to second for one. Had it stuck in his glove, but nice turn there by the Wildcats, and it's a 5-4 putout. Shaver reaches on the fielder's choice, and now Jagger Wilson comes to the plate, and just like I said earlier, Daryl, if you're coming to bat as the leadoff hitter 3 times in 3 innings, I think the game's going pretty well for you.
Yeah, it's going good, and you're in. Little throw over to the first base, got away from the first baseman, but got away from a little bit from Hughes, but
not far
enough for Cooper to get down to second base. But yeah, exactly. This is more bats, the more comfortable you get. Different pitcher, but
that breaking ball's in there for strikes. The count's 0-1.
And he just got to, just settle back to the timing thing again, but he's seeing the ball well.
Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, all sponsoring the broadcast. Seneca has scored a run in every inning. That pitch hits him. And so runners are at first and second now for Drew Sherwood. So Wilson reached every time. Single, double, hit by pitch. Sherwood has had a single and a single. So runners at first and second with 1 out here for Sherwood. Sherwood has an RBI on the afternoon, and that hit him.
That bounced into him, yeah. It bounced into his legs.
I was going to say, I thought maybe it missed him, but found a way to get him, and the bases are loaded for Cade Johnson.
It'd be time for Cade to hit one out right now. It'd be a good time.
And I can't tell the number, but Cassville has somebody else warming up as well in the bullpen. It's hard to see down there, as Johnson has 2 singles to his credit. So the first pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Seneca at Grove, Oklahoma tomorrow, and then a big week next week. Monday at home against Galena. Tuesday at home against Nevada. 1-1 is low. 1-0 is low, so the count 2-0. Tuesday at home against Nevada. Thursday at home against Mount Vernon. So Tuesday, Thursday are very big games. You obviously want to win Monday as well, but Tuesday, Thursday take a little more precedent.
Yeah, you want to win every game, but those two are bigger prizes.
So the 2-0 is in there for a strike, and the count 2-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited. all sponsoring the broadcast. As the 2-1, here comes the 2-1. That pitch is hammered to left field and deep, and that's going to be up against the wall. 2 runs are going to come in and score. Sherwood will easily get into third. It's a 2 RBI double for Cade Johnson, and he has 3 RBIs on the afternoon.
Good, solid hit. Like I said, the wind's blowing out. D just nailed it, burnt the left fielder. I mean, didn't have a whole lot of choice. I mean, that was so quick and being out there. If it was higher, he had a chance to hit it home run.
Hagen Ginger comes to the plate. Ginger hit a 2-run home run in the second. He also walked in the first.
Well, it wouldn't bother me if he hit a 3-run home run right now. Got one, you might as well get another one.
So here comes the first pitch from Melton Barger. Breaking ball is poked out into left field. The left fielder comes in and grabs it, and coming in to score is going to be Sherwood. So it's an RBI sac fly. So he gets an RBI. I know that's not what you were looking for, but
that was just off the end of the bat where that was just off the end of the bat, lazy fly out there to left field. Just missed it.
Grant Houchin will come to the plate. Houchin 2 singles on the afternoon. So here comes the first pitch to him as more activity coming out to the bullpen for Cassville. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast as it's 11-0 Seneca. As here comes the 1-0. That fastball is hit. Couple hops, it rolls foul. So the count 1-1. Frossert is the only player that has not reached base for the Indians. Curtis does not have a hit, but he's reached base twice. Shaver does not have a hit, but he reached on a fielder's choice.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-1 to Houchin, and he swings and misses. It's the count 1-2. 4 State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. As the 1-2 pitch to Houchin from Meltebarger. As here comes the 1-2. That's high and outside, and the count now 2-2. Got double barrel action down there in the Cassville bullpen, but you can't see the numbers that are throwing. Well, it might just be one.
Well, I think he's got a couple numbers, man.
As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. For Seneca, they get 3 more runs here in the 3rd inning off of 1 base hits. There was also an error, and they strand 1. We're through 2.5, 11-0 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Evan Butler leads off the bottom of the third inning with a base knock, hits it to the right center field and doubles. So a leadoff double there for Cassville, as it will be 2, 3, and 4 as Simon Gates comes to the plate, then Roark and potentially James. Sherwood has had activity in every inning. Hasn't allowed a run.
Yeah, base hit last time, didn't he, Simon?
No, he walked.
He walked, okay. I know he got on base.
The first pitch is low and outside. Counts 1-0. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday, April 16th versus the Midland Rockhounds at 7:05 p.m. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO as Gates takes a strike. So the count's 1-1. Minor League Baseball has now begun. Major League Baseball has begun.
It's baseball season.
Spring is here. As here comes the 1-1. As the 1-1 is fouled back and the count 1-2. And the Royals, the parent organization of the Naturals, are actually doing pretty well here to start the season.
I think the Cardinals were like 6-6. What are the Royals?
I think they're 6-7 because they lost yesterday.
6-7, the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals. That's what I'm trying to find out is what the Royals are. It's 1-2 the count here on Gates, and he takes a pitch high. So the count is 2-2. The Royals won today 13-3 over the Astros. They're now 9-4 on the year.
Yeah.
It's early as Gates swings and misses for strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Sherwood. There's one down as Colton Roark comes to the plate. How about this? The Royals are 9-4, something you don't see very often. The Astros are 4-10.
Usually they're up there.
Yeah.
Got a pretty good squad. But
It is early, though, as that first pitch is low and outside. So the count's 1-0.
you got, I always root for Royals in the American League and Cardinals in the National League.
Here, the Cardinals had the day off today before they head to Arizona tomorrow night as that pitch hits the inside corner, so the count's 1-1.
You probably wasn't even alive in the I-70 World Series. Where wasn't even born yet, Ben?
As long as it was before 89, I was not.
Tells you how old I'm getting.
1-1 the count here on Roark. One out here as Butler hit the double to start the inning, but he has been stuck there as a half swing by Roark, and they said he went around.
Yeah. He started it and he tried to hold back on the inside pitch, but couldn't do it.
So here comes a 1-2 from Sherwood. That pitch is fouled off, so Roark stays alive. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it, at KNEO 917 Sports. 1-2 breaking ball is outside. It's count 2-2. Sherwood has had a base path activity every inning. He's been able to strand 4 runners through the first 2 innings. So that 2-2 stays high, and the count's 3-2. He's allowed base runners, 2 base runners in every inning.
And they've always been on first and second. First and second, and nobody's got to third yet.
Count's full now on Roark, and he takes high for ball 4. So runners at first and second now with 1 out as Hunter James will come to the plate. James struck out swinging his first time up. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Not sure what head coach Chris Eust was mad about.
I don't know, something going on. Maybe he's
relaying signs. So that first pitch is a strike. So counts 0-1. Maybe trying to relay location. He's mad about something with the second baseman, it looked like. So 0-1 is hit on the ground past Sherwood, but Curtis fields it, throws to first, and it's a double play. It's a G4 and then a 4-3 double play. And that will end the inning for Cassville in the third. No runs, one hit, no errors. They strand one. We're through three. Seneca up 11-0 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
First Community Bank offers reliable, cost-effective merchant services to help your business thrive. We have options tailored just for you and your business, including accepting all major credit card brands, plus contactless payments like Tap to Pay and Pay by Phone. Don't miss out on growing your business. Contact First Community Bank today and unlock a world of payment possibilities. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Here for Seneca, as Klaus, Frossard, and Curtis are the three due up, working against a new pitcher, Eli Stokes. As Austin Meltebarger went 1 inning, 1 hit, 3 runs, 3 earned, no base on balls, and 1 strike. As Klaus has reached on a fielder's choice and was hit by a pitch. So he's technically 0 for 1.
Do we have a new left fielder? Wasn't he left fielder last time left-handed?
I couldn't tell you. I can't see those numbers out there.
Yeah, I can't see it that far. If he'd turn around, we might be able to see it.
Roper, number 7, is the one that started the game. As that first pitch is spoiled foul, so the count's 0-1 on Klaus. And it looks like a 2 maybe out there, which, if it was number 2, that would be a new. That would be a new one out there. So the 0-1 is maybe high, and so the count 1-1.
You could call it that, I guess.
Because it looked pretty good from my angle.
Yeah.
So here comes the 1-1, and that's low. The count's 2-1.
The ball went off the plate, off the catcher, and bounced up and hit Caden Klaus right in the face. I don't know where, but I know the boys in the dugout were giving him a hard time.
1-1, 2-1 the count here on Klaus. Here comes the 2-1, and that's low. Counts 3-1. New Mac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast. And that pitch is low for ball 4. So a leadoff walk. Dane Frossard will come to the plate. Frossard is the only player that has not reached base for Seneca in the ball game. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Colton Curtis has reached on a walk and an error, and Shaver has reached on a fielder's choice. Stokes is another lefty, so they started with a lefty, went to a righty, and now they're back to another lefty.
Let's just see if
that first pitch is in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1.
See if Dane can get a base hit right here.
Seneca has scored in every inning. Here comes the 0-1. That ball is poked down the right field line, foul, out of play. So the count is 0-2. 2 runs in the first, 6 in the second, 3 in the third. 0-2 the count here on Frossard. Here comes the 0-2, and that's just outside. Count 1-2. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Marine Center Incorporated, Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank sponsoring the broadcast. So that pitch is high. Nice job there by skates behind the plate to snag it. The count's 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 from Stokes. That ball is poked down the right field line, and he is peppering that area down the right field line.
Just a little bit late.
This count remains 2-2. So here comes another 2-2, and that pitch is high. Counts 3-2. Klaus walked to start the inning. Frosser worked it from 1-2 to 3-2. This full count pitch is popped in there, foul, and that one gets out of play.
Running out of baseballs pretty quick.
Down that right field line, somebody's busy grabbing them all.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 3 of them down there. As here comes another 3-2. That back to the pitcher, throws to second for 1, throws to first in time, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. Frossard was trying to hustle down the line and was out by half a step. Well, wasn't the best throw by Eli Stokes, but a nice job there by Butler to stay on the bag and then throw a dart to first as Colton Curtis comes to the plate, swings and misses at the first pitch. So counts 0-1.
Yeah, the first baseman down there was Easton Hughes.
Whoever number 23 is.
Yeah, Easton Hughes. He's not the tallest first baseman in the world, but he stretched out for that one good.
So that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 0-2. Late swing there by Curtis. He has reached both times, once on a walk, once on an error.
He's got battle up here now.
So the 0-2 is low. The count 1-2. You saw the Cassville players thought that was a strike because I think all of them took about a step towards their dugout.
Boy, it was close. Let's put it that way.
As here comes a 1-2, and that's outside and high, so the count now 2-2. Our next Seneca broadcasts are next Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday will be on the radio, 4:05 pregame show as they host. As that ball is grounded to third, throws to first, and the first baseman can't grab it. So Curtis will stay at first on the E5 as Cooper Shaver will come to the plate. As Shaver delivers 3 baseballs to the home plate umpire. Shaver 0 for 2, but has reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Seneca has not scored in this inning. We've had some activity as a walk, but the walk got doubled up. So the first pitch to Shaver is outside for a ball. This counts 1-0. Shadows are starting to creep into play for us, but I don't know that they're going to be a factor in the ball game here today. That 1-0 hits the outside corner, so count 1-1. Give it maybe 20 minutes, then the pitcher may be in the sun and the batter will be in the shadows. But
yeah, a little bit.
So 1-1 is poked down the right field line. It's fair. Right fielder cuts it off. Curtis going to go first to third, and excellent hit there by Cooper Shaver. And runners are at first and third for the top of the lineup and Jagger Wilson.
Put a bat on the ball, and good things happen. And that's just what happened right there with Cooper.
As Wilson comes to the plate, he has singled, doubled, and been hit by a pitch. So is he due for a triple? A triple or a home run, I guess.
Well, he hit pretty hard down the right field line.
That first pitch is outside. Curtis will hold at third. Shaver goes to second on the wild pitch. So 1-0 the count here on Wilson.
Yeah, Curtis didn't quite get the secondary lead off that time, and he's, wasn't quite down the line far enough to make that charge at the home plate.
1-0 the count on Wilson. As here comes the 1-0. That's high and inside, so the count 2-0. Sherwood's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a hit by pitch. He's on deck. The top 4 are a combined 3, 6, 9, 11 for 12. Or
That's
10
what you
for
need.
10 for 11 because Ginger walked.
Yeah, Hagen walked one time, sack fly one time.
Not sure.
I think he walked the first time, didn't he?
Yes.
Walked and then hit the home run,
Then hit
sack
the
fly.
2-run home run and then a sack fly, yeah. 2-1 the count here on Wilson. That 2-1 hits the outside corner, and the count now 2-2. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, all sponsoring the broadcast. So Wilson gets just a piece and stays alive.
That's what you got to do, just like that. Wasn't quite in his zone, but it might have been close enough. Swing the bat, put a bat on the ball, foul it off, fight it off. He'll give you one.
Count 2-2. Here comes the 2-2, and that's outside. And Stokes made a couple steps towards the dugout.
He thought he hit that outside corner, so the catcher.
This count's full. Comes the 3-2. That's high and inside for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for Drew Sherwood with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Seneca
He's hit what? He's had 2 base hits?
2 base hits and a hit by pitch.
Yeah.
So here comes the first pitch to him, and that's low for a ball. Counts 1-0. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast. The top 3, as that pitch is inside, so the count's 2-0. The top 3 have not been put out at all.
I think it's about time. We've scored a lot of runs with 2 outs in this game.
So here comes the 2-0 to Sherwood, and that's high for ball 3. They throw back behind Curtis, and he is safe. Almost too big a secondary lead out there, and that would have been the 3rd runner Gates threw out.
You do not want to get picked off on a 3-0 count with 2 outs, and you're 3-0 at the plate.
So here comes the 3-0, and that's high for ball 4. RBI base on balls for Sherwood, as everybody just moves station to station. That run coming in is unearned thanks to an error with 2 outs that would have ended the inning. Sometimes we talk about how, actually all these runs will be unearned now, but talk about how those things can bite you. Johnson swings and misses at the first pitch, so counts 0-1. Johnson 2 singles and a double to his credit.
See if we can make 4 for 4 here.
So here comes the 0-1, and that's outside. So the count 1-1. Ginger has the big blow of the game, a 2-run bomb in the 2nd inning. I guess technically he's 1 for 1 because the sac fly doesn't count as an official at bat either. So that 1-1 pitch is high and outside, and the count's 2-1. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 2-1. That pitch is laced out in there to left center field and deep. That will bounce up against the fence. All 3 runs are going to come in and score. It's a bases clearing double for Cade Johnson, and it is 15-0 for Seneca. And Cade has 6 RBIs on the afternoon.
4 for 4 today. 2 singles, 2 doubles?
Yep.
He has hit the ball well.
As Hagen Ginger will come to the plate. It's technically 1 for 1 because the sac fly doesn't count as official at bat either.
Well, I'd like to have an insurance run.
So that pitch is high and outside, so the count's 1-0. Because he walked, hit a 2-run homer, and then flew out to left, but that was a sacrifice fly.
Well, another 2-run homer wouldn't be too bad right now.
As here comes the 1-0. That ball hit through the left side for a single. They're going to leave Johnson at 3rd. So runners at 1st and 3rd for Houchin. Seneca has batted around here in the 4th. Houchin, the 9th batter here in the inning. And are we having a pinch runner, pinch hitter?
I don't think so. I don't know. what they're discussing or talking about.
So first pitch to Houchin is in there for strikes. The count's 0-1. If Cassville can't score here, once you get to the bottom of the fourth, this game would end in 4 innings. So here comes the 0-1. It's inside, and the count's 1-1.
What's Grant? He went base hit first time.
Houchin is 2 for 3, struck out in the third. 2 singles otherwise. Yes. Here comes the 0-1, and that's outside. So the count, it was 1-1, so the count now 2-1. Klaus started off the inning with a walk, then was part of a double play. And that's what they're talking about. Klaus is going to get pinch hit for if that spot in the lineup comes back up. So 1-1 pitch is fouled back. So the count now 2-2. It was 2-1. So a pinch.
Oh, Bear Ginger's on the
on deck.
On deck.
And
he had a good base hit at Monette JV game.
As here comes the 2-2 to Houchin. Popped up in the air a mile high. The second baseman, or actually the shortstop, will come over and grab it for the final out of the inning. For Seneca, 4 more runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There was 1 error, and Seneca strands 2. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Seneca up 15-0 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Cassville, Smith, Rose, and Roper are the 3 due up as Smith has an 0-2 count on him. If Sherwood can get out of this inning with no runs, this game would be done in 4 innings. As that pitch is inside for a ball, and it looked like it must have hit Cade funny. Because his glove came off and everything.
Might have hit him in the palm or something. I think Drew's just throwing strikes.
So here comes the 1-2, and that pitch is poked out to Ginger at first. A nice short hop grab there by Ginger. There's 1 down as Bodie Rose will come to the plates.
What the heck kind of a grab was that at first base?
As we actually have a Roark out at second base for the Indians. Drawing a blank on his first name. Braden, right?
Braden Roark.
Braden Roark at first base, and you have a new right fielder.
No, Braden at second base.
Second base, thank you. And then you have a new right fielder in Lane Scribner. As Rose takes a ball, so counts 1-0. Down takes the strikes, the counts 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. Daryl, I think we could have had that. 1-2 the count here on Rose.
It took a funny hop.
So here comes the 1-2, and that stays high. It's the count 2-2.
I get older, my arms get shorter. They can't reach the ground like they used to.
Seneca scored in every inning in the game. 2-2 is just outside, and the count now full at 3-2. 3 walks in the game so far for Sherwood. Swinging and missing at that is Rose for strike 3. That's his 6th strikeout, as Danny Roper will be the last hope here for Cassville to keep the game going. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvis Ballpark on Tuesday, April 16th versus the Midland Rockhounds at 7:05 p.m. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com, a proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. This counts 1-1 here on Roper. So here comes the 1-1. That's outside, so the count's 2-1. Seneca had their top 5 hitters bat 4 times in 4 innings, and Cassville may not get everybody through the order twice in their game, or in their half of the game. This counts 1-2 on Roper. That's high, and the count now 2-2.
They've got runners at
it
first
is
and second.
3-2. So, I thought I was right. So here comes the 3-2. That pitch is hit out in the air to center field. Shaver out there in center field, and will grab it for the final out of the ball game. Seneca wins the ball game by a final score of 15-0. They improve to 11-4 on the season and 1-1 in the Big 8 West. Cassville falls to 6-6 on the season, 0-2 in the Big 8 West. The post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. After this 4-minute timeout here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Hi, this is Jamie Lankford with Lankford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local community and support local high school student athletes. Lankford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
Joplin live online at kneo.org. And Daryl, like we said, just what the doctor ordered for the Indians here this afternoon.
Yeah, I hit the baseball well, saw the ball well. We hit it right where they weren't. We scored. We run. I'm not for sure. I can't remember any fielding errors, any throwing errors.
There were 0.
Yes, and I don't remember recalling any mental errors out there as well. You can't call Jagger getting thrown out at third base. You can't call that a base running error. That is tough. You may have to officially write it down that way, but you just really can't call it that. That's the only thing that I could think of. It was just everything was on, and then and then Cassville was off.
Yes.
And this is what happens.
Seneca 15 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They stranded 5. Drew Sherwood picks up the win, no runs, 3 hits. They had 4 errors, and they stranded 5. We will go ahead and take our final timeout here of the evening. Come back and wrap it up after this quick break here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
The Bible says that our hearts are sinful, that it's full of evil imaginations.
Billy Graham.
The Bible says that our heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's the reason Christ said, except a man is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. I ask you tonight, wouldn't you like to have a new heart? Wouldn't you like to have Christ tonight who can forgive the past, give you joy and peace in the present, and change your life for the future? He can do it if you let him. Give your life to Christ tonight. Let him give you a new heart. Make you a new person.
What Jesus Christ offers you is nothing short of revolutionary. If you're ready to surrender your life to him, we can help. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Back here for the final time as Seneca wins 15-0 here. Have another game this week. No broadcast, though, as they play Grove, Oklahoma tomorrow night. That's a 5 o'clock first pitch from Grove. And then next week is a major week for the Indians as they play Galena, Nevada, and Mount Vernon. All 3 of them they get at home Obviously, Tuesday, Thursday, probably a little more important than Monday, but you want to win each and every single one of those games.
Well, you do. You want to win every game that you dress up and put on uniform. That's what you'll do. You want to win. Still yet, you know as well as I do, Tuesday, Thursday is the bigger prizes.
The top 4 in the lineup combined to go a perfect 10 for 10 on the afternoon because Hagan walked once and he flew out once. And so those aren't official at-bats. So a perfect 10 for 10 for the top 5. Ginger 2 for 2, a 2-run home run, 3 RBIs. Cade Johnson 4 for 4, 6 RBIs. Drew Sherwood 2 for 2, 2 RBIs. Jagger Wilson 2 for 2 with an RBI. And then you look at the bottom of the lineup, Houchin 2 for 4 with an RBI. The only player of the 9 to not reach a base at all was Dane Frossard.
Yeah, and it surprised me because, like I said, at Monette, he came in, got a base hit as a pitch hitter, and then in the JV game, he hit, I think, every time up. He just hit it solid. So I was looking for him to really hit the ball solid here today.
Seneca improves to 11-4, 1-1 in the Big 8 West. A big one next Tuesday at home against Nevada. And you can throw either Houchin or Sherwood. That's what limiting the pitches here today for Drew Sherwood does. Limiting the innings and the pitches. You have both basically barrels open in your cockpit if you want. You can throw either of them on Tuesday against Nevada in what should be a pretty good one.
Yeah, I don't know who he's got lined up. Maybe Jagger's going to pitch tomorrow at Grove. Oh, no, at home.
It's on the road.
It's on the road. We're at Grove. That's right. I'm sorry. We're at Grove tomorrow. You got Jagger. You've got Caden Johnson. You've got Colton Curtis. You can throw.
Yeah.
You
and
can do that Monday as well.
You're gonna need at least 2 of them.
Right.
Between Friday and Monday. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna need those boys. And like I said, you're playing Grove. You're playing Galena. They're non-conference. You can throw all those kids out there. You got different looks. You got different kids you can play, and it's just they're fun games because a lot of kids did get to different play a lot of places.
Our next Seneca broadcast will be on Monday afternoon as they are at home versus Galena. 4:30 first pitch, 4:05 airtime on Monday afternoon on what will be a big week for the Indians next week. That will do it for us here this evening as Seneca a 15-0 win over Cassville. For our studio producer Luke Taylor, for Coach Daryl Harbaugh, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Cassville. We will join In Touch after this quick break on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching